Welcome to Watch Mojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the couples across the anime scene with the best chemistry and most captivating relationships.
I'll never leave your side again.
I'll never let you go.
We'll remain together forever.
Number 20, David and Lucy, Cyberpunk Edgerunners. Night City is not a place for happy endings, no matter how badly we want them, especially when it comes to these two lovebirds.
いいコンビになりそうじゃない？
そうだね。
After losing his mother to gang violence, David throws himself into the criminal world of crime and mercenary work, where he finds himself falling helplessly for Lucy, a mysterious and equally broken soul. Their love is the only pure thing left in Night City, so naturally, it's snuffed out before either have the chance to make a future for themselves. At least they'll always have the moon.
君が君の夢を叶えてほしい。それが俺の夢だ。そのためなら他の何を失っても悔いはない。
Number 19, Risa and Otani, Lovely Complex. Feeling anxious or inferior about one's own appearance can certainly cause a person to lash out and make enemies.
なんややんのかこれ。おうやったな。おいオール阪神巨人。誰がやねん。その呼び方やめてくれ。
In the case of Rise and Otani, it also happened to form the bedrock of their future relationship, with one suffering from small man syndrome and the other being a woman of considerable height. At first, it seems the two bickering rivals found every excuse to rub each other the wrong way.
ありがとう。めっちゃ嬉しい。
Only for unexpected feels to blossom. She may be a mountain and he may be smaller than the average dude, but it turns out that love has a way of sprouting in the places between.
じゃあこれは何？私まだ夢でも見てんのかな？
Number 18, Isaac and Miria, Bakano. We would say that these two are the Bonnie and Clyde of the anime world, but that would be doing these two a disservice. They're way more likable.
How do you feel, Miria?
Incredible, Isaac! We're champions of justice!
After accidentally becoming immortal due to the elixir of life, these two go about committing thefts in the most nonsensical ways possible. While their antics may leave everyone confused, there's no denying that these two adore one another completely. Seriously, the only thing more potent than their love is their boundless optimism.
I've got this feeling like we've never even aged. Am I right?
Number 17, Naruto and Hinata, Naruto franchise.
私はナルト君が大好きだから。
The life of a ninja may be filled with war, assassination, and dealing with mythical beasts trapped inside their souls, but there's seemingly still room for love. Harboring a one-sided crush for the whisker-faced knucklehead since childhood, Hinata's wish was finally answered when Naruto, after way too long a wait, realized the most beautiful kunoichi in Leaf Village wanted to be his wifey.
ありがとう。大切にするぜ。
One battle on the moon later, and the two finally found the moment to confess their heart's desire, bringing one of Shonen's most sought-after ships to fruition.
日野だ。
ナルト君。
Number 16, Victor and Yuri, Yuri on Ice. It was the kiss that broke the internet. There had always been something simmering between this trainer and figure skating star. Turns out it went way beyond flirtation.
世界中のみんなはまだユーリの本当のエロスを知らないんだ。
After completing the performance of his career, Yuri and Victor's feelings come to the forefront with the whole world watching. Going beyond the fact that these two did wonders for representation in such a seamless manner, the fact remains that between Yuri's shyness and Victor shuffling between smug and smitten, these two are genuinely perfect together.
ビクトル。僕と一緒にあと1年競技生活続けてください。金メダル絶対取ります。いいね。もう一声。
Number 15, Lloyd and Yuri, Spy Family. Granted, we've seen no confirmation of love on either side just yet, but come on. It's only a matter of time before this spy and assassin, unaware of one another's profession, fall in love for real. Lloyd, for all his suaveness, is often lost when it comes to Yor's bottomless compassion, as well as super strength. All the while, Yor has never had someone care for her in the capacity that Lloyd does, appreciating her beyond her talent for killing.
父と母イチャイチャ。
してない。
Sure, these two might be going in circles for the moment, but mark our words, there's only so much denial these two can put up before their unabashed attraction to one another breaks through.
さ、なんてみだらな。
Number 14, Azna and Kito, Sword Art Online franchise. These two may have been the internet's biggest punching bag for a while, but for all the memes made about their earlier seasons, the one facet of the franchise that continued to hold in good stead was how amazing Kirito and Azna are as a couple.
結婚しよう。
Even if Kirito can't help but attract other ladies like a harem black hole, his heart has always belonged to Azna. And why wouldn't it? She's as dazzling a swordswoman as she is a beauty to behold.
大丈夫。もう大丈夫だからね、キリト君。あとは私に任せて。
Come Alicizzation's end, there was zero doubt that these two were gonna remain an item, no matter how many virtual realities they had to face together. Number 13, Toru and Kyo, Fruits Basket franchise. The cat may often be associated with bad luck, but this kitty, despite some fierce competition from the rest of the zodiac, managed to get out with the ultimate prize, the heart of the sweetest girl to ever grace shoujo anime.
これはもしかして謝ろうとしてるのですか？そのためにここに。
That's not hyperbole, Toru is sunshine incarnate, always on hand to offer empathy and love no matter what hardships are thrown her way. Despite the Soma curse and numerous other beautiful Bishonen boys hoping to earn her affection, Toru has a soft spot for the would-be bad boy consumed by a desire to prove himself. It was a monumental struggle, but if anyone deserved happiness, it was these two.
あなたがいてくださったから。
Number 12, Usagi and Mamoru, Sailor Moon franchise. The shoujo power couple who quite literally fought evil by the moonlight and found love by daylight. The romance between these two is almost as integral to the story as their battles with the Dark Kingdom.
Princess, may I have this dance? Could be our last one.
Usagi, for all her crybaby tendencies, is heroic at heart, willing to fight the forces of evil and hopefully find the man of her dreams one day. Lucky for her, Prince Charming just so happens to be the one and only Tuxedo Mask. Suave magician rocking the top hat and cape combo like no other. Theirs is a fairy tale that serves as a classic of the genre.
He is Tuxedo Mask, I don't believe it.
Number 11, Shinichi and Ran, Detective Conan. As either a teen heartthrob or a kid detective, Shinichi/Conan has been solving crimes of varying scale for decades now. And in all that time, he's had one person serving as his guiding light. Sure, even after all this time, Ran still can't piece together that Shinichi and Conan are one and the same.
付き合ってるってことでいいんだよね。
やべえ、すぐに変身して。
But given how sweet and endearing the two are, she doesn't have to. It may take another 20 years before the two end up tying the knot and revealing all their secrets, but in the meantime, we're just happy to see them solve crimes and fall even further in love along the way.
私たち付き合ってるってことでいいんだよね。
付き合ってるに決まってるだろ。
Number 10, Ichikawa and Yamada, The Dangers in My Heart. The newest couple to enter the anime romance scene, and to say they have captivated all of us with their unorthodox yet beautiful love story would be a colossal understatement.
市川って面白いね。
how we ended up going from a chunibyo with a fascination with murder all the way to an authentic, anxious, lovesick cinnamon roll is beyond us. But seeing Ichikawa swiftly fall for the ditzy, yet utterly charming Yamada has made for some of the best slice-of-life goodness in modern anime memory. Even if these two ending up together is inevitable by this point, their adorable journey has us rooting for their success every step of the way. Number 9. Sawako and Kazuhaya, Kimi ni Toroke. This is arguably the greatest example of the awkward girl finds herself falling for and earning the affection of the coolest guy in school setup. Might sound boring on paper, but Sawako's pureness as a person and the genuine warmth she feels for her chosen crush transcends all gimmicks.
ずっとちゃんと黒沼のこと正面から見れてなかった気がするんだ。
There's an earnestness to these two, one that keeps the intrigue going without dragging us into the dreaded void that is the will they, won't they. All we can say is that Kazuhaya had better hope he's up for the task, because Sawako deserves every good thing that comes her way.
そんなもったいないことできないよ。ごめん。俺ばっか好きだと思ってたのに。
Number 8. Freen and Himel, Frieren Beyond Journey's End. Theirs is a love story that should have been, and yet time was never on their side.
そうだな。みんなで見よう。
Through various flashbacks, we slowly uncover that what was once thought to be a simple friendship between party members was something far grander. It becomes all too clear that Himmel was well and truly in love with the ageless elf, and while she didn't realize it at the time, had also developed some romantic inclinations towards the hero.
これと同じ鏡レンゲの衣装の指輪だったんですよね。花言葉は苦音の愛情だそうです。
The tragic fact remains that, even if Frieren does finally confront her own feelings, Himmel has long passed on by this point. Ain't immortality a bitch?
君のおかげで最後にとても楽しい冒険ができた。
Number 7. Senjo Gahara and Araragi, Monogatari franchise. Goes to show how much of a keeper this sharp-tongued beauty is.
I love you.
おめでとうございます。
Aside from the fact Senjo Gahara is a captivating, blunt, fourth wall-breaking beast of a leading lady who would entrance even the most hardened of cherry boys, the way she cemented herself as Araragi's one and only amongst a sea of alternative S-tier love interests is something else.
ならばキスで黙らせてみなさいよ。
Araragi himself, for all his, well, lapses in judgment, is also infinitely compelling given his vampiric affliction and willingness to help as many people as he can. For as bizarre as Monogatari and its installments get, the relationship between these two is authentic and as entertaining as it gets.
今夜は私に優しくしなさい。
Number 6. Simon and Nia, Gurren-Lagann. When you've got someone willing to challenge the cosmos itself to rescue the woman he adores, you know you're dealing with a next-level romance. Such is the case with Simon and Nia. While the mysterious star child pulled Simon back from the brink following the loss of his big bro, the young digger showed her the worth and beauty of humanity, with the two falling ever deeper in love, even as the war with the anti-spiral threatened all they knew.
来たぞニア約束通りにな
The most beautiful, if harrowing part of their story is that even though Nia's life was destined to burn out, they still bound themselves in matrimony. That takes commitment.
愛してるわシモン。
ああ俺もだ愛してる
Number 5. Inuyasha and Kagome. Inuyasha. Every dog has his day, and in the case of Inuyasha, it was finding love with the girl out of time.
They mean I'm in love with Inuyasha!
Kagome!
Throughout the quest to find the Shikon Jewel, defeat Naraku, and overcome the seemingly endless slew of filler arcs, Inuyasha and Kagome's tender fantasy romance was the one subplot that had OG fans forever on the edge.
Inuyasha will come for me. I believe in him.
Thankfully, the final act came in to save the day, not only delivering a solid conclusion to the half-dog demon's journey, but also had the two finally solidify their feelings for one another. They're an OG power couple whose romance was long sought and well earned.
Kagome.
Inuyasha.
Number 4. Ed and Winry. Full Metal Alchemist franchise. When you're a state alchemist on a mission of redemption to restore what was stolen from you by an omnipotent entity, you need a lady who has your back, who will give you the confidence to keep moving forward, and most importantly, fix up your automail whenever it needs a tune-up.
人を殺す手じゃない。人を生かす手だ。
In spite of all the pain and death that befell them throughout their lives, Ed and Winry have withstood it all thanks to their unbreakable bond. One that eventually turned romantic when Ed, after finally going through an emotional and physical growth spurt, decided to confess to his dream girl. It was certainly worth the wait.
10日交換だ。俺の人生半分やるから、お前の人生半分くれ。
Number 3. Okabe and Kisu. Steins Gate. Even with time-traveling texts via a microwave, alternative timelines, murder, and death loops, one of this landmark anime's biggest draws was the brewing romance between its lead pair of scientists. While they share the same profession and hyper-intellect, they couldn't be more different, with Kisu being reserved, calm, and often the voice of logic, while Okabe is, well, the very definition of a mad scientist trapped in his own little world.
お前が好きだ。お前はどうなんだ。
言いますと？
聞いておきたいんだ。
And yet, through the anime's crazed kaleidoscope of a narrative, these two somehow bring out the best in each other, culminating in a relationship that soon becomes the anime's beating heart.
それならしょうがないの。キスだけだぞ。
Number 2. Tiger and Ryuji. Toradora. High school romance anime will keep being made until the sun goes out. But among the mountain of trash and gems, there's one that will continue to endure as the apex of the enemies to lovers trope.
それに、ねえ、ラブレターってどうなのかな？今時じゃないわよね。
こんな時にもじもじされても。
Cute yet feral Tiger and intimidating yet sweet Ryuji could not dislike each other more, but via an agreement to set the other up with their respective friends, the two soon find themselves falling hopelessly in love along the way.
したいことあった。私、普通に恋がしたい。
The school shenanigans are always fun, but it's seeing the tiger and the dragon inch ever closer to that confession that truly had us hooked. Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure to go into your settings and switch on notifications. Number 1. Kaguya and Miyuki. Kaguya-sama Love is War. It's one of anime's greatest romantic comedies, featuring one of anime's greatest couples. Apart, they are gut-bustingly funny, as they use their genius to attempt to get the other to confess their feelings first, only to fail at every turn in spectacular fashion. But together, Kaguya and Miyuki's chemistry is so brilliant, it became genuinely one of the most entrancing relationships in the medium. Only these two could complicate a romance practically destined to succeed by throwing in mental gymnastics every step of the way.
両者奮い立ち再チャレンジ。しかし結果は同じ。
But by making every step to reach that all-important confession more hilarious than the last, they cemented themselves as an anime couple for the ages.
その横顔から目が離せない。
Idiots and geniuses both, you gotta love them. Which of these couples do you stand by as your one true ship? Let us know in those comments below.
やめたら
Did you enjoy this video? Check out these other clips from WatchMojo and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.